Hi guys, and welcome back to the Betty Ho Clinic. Well, we've got another classic gaming review for you. This time on the Genesis, or Megadrive if you're not in America. Mystical Fighter. Nobody seems to talk about this one, so let's take a look. Right, Mystical Fighter, originally released in Japan, hope I get this right, as Mao Renjishi, developed by Kid Corp, published by Taito, and it only came out on the Mega Drive. Saw this back in 1992, and this is a side-scrolling beat-em-up. The game actually reminds me of Golden Axe quite a lot, obviously side-scrolling. As you're walking through, you will come across opponents, maybe 3 or 5 at any one time, and instead of collecting bottles, well, you're actually collecting scrolls to unleash those magical attacks. And of course, throw in those end-of-level boss fights. The game is inspired by a famous kabuki play titled Renjishi, which is the game's original title. In this mythical Japanese underworld, you will fight sumo wrestlers, undead samurai, yakuza swordsmen, and various types of demons inspired by Japanese folklore. Well, we'll get this one started. As always, there's no real story to this, so the story, it's gonna get 8 out of 10. Audio. Well, I do actually like the music. I think it is definitely in keeping with the game. As for the fighting, alright, sometimes the punches, it does sound like you're popping a paper bag. But it's those little touches, you know, when the opponent hits the floor hard, you hear a thud. I do like this. I think it's a little quirky, but I do like this. And for that, it's going to get a 7 out of 10. Controls. Well, I had absolutely no problem with this game. The controls are very responsive. You want to punch, kick, grapple, throw your opponent, jump, spinning jump, you'll pick it up with ease. Before you know it, you'll be putting together those combinations very quickly and you'll be banishing those opponents. And for that, it gets a very easy 7 out of 10. Graphics. Well, it's certainly not the best, but you know what, it's nowhere near the worst either. There's a ton of detail in this game, plenty of colour like you can see now, and I'll explain the red, blue and green a little later. You've got parallax scrolling, there's very little slowdown, and there's no real complaints. Again, I really do like this game, so it's going to get a very easy 7 out of 10. Gameplay. Well, you know what, I had so much fun playing this, but it's one of those games that once you've completed it, you don't have the inkling to want to pick it up again and hammer it straight away. It's one of those though I will come back to because I've thoroughly enjoyed this game. And it certainly is a game I think you lot should pick up, but I am going to knock it a little bit because at times it can get a little tiresome because you are doing almost exactly the same thing over and over again. And for that, it's going to get a 6 out of 10. Overall, this is a very easy game you can just pick up and play at any time. It's not one of those you've got to devote tons of hours to either. It's one of those, if you've only got maybe half an hour, maybe an hour of gameplay, give this one a try. It might not be up there with the standards of Golden Axe, but you know what, I don't think it's that far behind either, and you'll have an absolute blast playing it. And that's why this game gets an overall score of 7 out of 10. This is a game I've certainly had a blast playing. If you're into your Golden Axe and you're certainly into your Streets of Rage and those type of games, you'll thoroughly enjoy this game as well. You know, it might not be up to that level of standard, but you know what, it's not that far behind either. And the fact that there's hardly anybody talking about this game, I think personally it's a hidden gem and it's a game you guys should check out. There is one thing that I have forgot to mention till now. You can have 2-player cooperative play. Obviously you can see I'm playing as the white, you can have the red player play with you, and that just makes the experience even better, and well, makes the game a lot easier, to be quite honest. But some of the end of level boss fights, they're actually easier than actually trying to get through a few of the levels, believe it or not. But you will thoroughly enjoy this game. Right, that's about all I've got time for. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please drop me any comments. I really do enjoy having some banter with you guys and listening to what you've got, what you guys think. You can also follow me if you want to. You can catch me on Instagram, and that's hashtag Betty Hall Clinic. I'm also on Twitter, and that is B_Horde Clinic. And you can also catch me on Facebook as well, at Betty Hall Clinic. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. I've certainly enjoyed bringing it to you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for all your comments and your support. And I'll catch you guys again. Take care.